Okay, fifth graders, here's your homework this weekend. All of you received that map that I'll show here in just a moment. But this is one page of your studies weekly, on the back page. And it's a map of the Columbian Exchange. And so I explained all this in class, but I had 2 or 3 students that were absent today or they had to leave early. So what you're going to do simply is copy this map or another one. If you actually Googled Columbian Exchange and then chose, I think it's pictures, you'll come up with several maps that I showed in class today. So you can take some artistic license with this, and that's a fancy way of saying you can make your own design. I mean, if you want to head and do arrows like this or come up with some other idea, that's fine. But your map must be titled the Columbian Exchange, and of course you have to have your name and then the date. It needs to be colorful, like this is here. And what color you choose for your arrows are up to you. Water should be blue, the land, you can see some variation of green in here. It's up to you. And then coming from the New World, I want at least 10 items, and coming from the Old World or Europe, I want at least 10 items, and there's more than 10 here. And on some of the maps there was upwards of 20, but I'm just asking for 10. Some students asked me, do we actually have to draw the items? Yes, you do, the best you can. I mean, here's a parrot, for example. That's a pretty good drawing of a little parrot. I don't think I could do it very well, but if I was to stare at this little drawing, I could probably duplicate it on my map. Neatness counts. Your drawings may not be perfect. If you were to do a pepper, it may not look like a pepper. Maybe it'll look more like a walnut. But label it correctly, and I need to be able to read your label. So obviously these are computer generated, so it's very legible. Not only is it legible, the background of the letters is white, so it really makes it stand out, which is kind of nice. So, and then you need to label North America, South America, Europe, which would be here, and Africa here. And you need to label the Atlantic Ocean here, and the Pacific Ocean. And I'll show you the map here that everybody received that some of you who are at home watching this may not have because you weren't here today, and that's okay. If you wanted to do a Google search for a blank Columbian Exchange map, you might be able to find this. I actually found this online and just printed it up for the class. And if you can find it and print it up, then you can go ahead and do it this weekend. But again, Africa, this would be Europe, South America, this would be Central America, but I didn't ask you to label that, and then North America here. And you'd have a wide swath of an arrow coming from the New World to here, to Europe and Africa, and then an arrow going from here to here to the New World. And again, you can use the map in your studies weekly, week 9. If you wanted to look up your own Columbian Exchange map and look for some different designs. There were some different ways that people had done it, and they came out really nice. Again, neatness counts. This shouldn't look sloppy. So write small and neatly. Some of you have some very large handwriting, and you're going to have to write really small to fit these things in. And then some students asked me to put the list up here on YouTube, and I said I'd be happy to do that. And so this is the criteria that I'll be looking at. Obviously it has to be titled, as I said before, the Columbian Exchange. Got to have your name on it and the date. It must be colorful. Shouldn't be done in just pencil. Must include at least 10 items from Europe, 10 from America, and then again label North America, South America, Europe, and Africa. Label the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. Obviously the Pacific Ocean would be right along in here. Okay, so that is your homework for this weekend, and we didn't really have a chance to start it in class. So parents, this is what they'll be doing over the weekend, and that's their homework. I'm thinking maybe an hour or so. Just depends how quickly they work on it. And again, neatness counts. needs to be legible. Okay, and that's it.